If you want, the gate open.
The little piece for one piece of here. Gone outside. Yeah. You were so once it's peaceful, but we're not allowed it.
Even inside the parliament, they respect you. Yeah. We want to see Mansour.
One family.
Mansour.
One family. That one is Sam, right? There's another time for vacation, Mansour. This is the time to secure again.
Oh, we got on vacation now.
Vacation. Ladies, chop it.
You got to take plane do a U-turn.
Ladies, chop it. Vacation. They play the break.
Mr. Mohamed, we heard the president saying yesterday that the speaker is doing and he has to call parliament. You're here again today just after you appear in court. Why is there such an important aspect of your political life?
We cannot allow the speaker to delay the process of calling the meeting to elect the leader of the opposition. He's on vacation, I think. I don't know where he went, but I heard the president said he's out of the country. But we have a deputy speaker. How long are we going to keep the country in a limbo from electing the leader of the opposition? Why are they so scared of me? Because why? They know that I hold them accountable every second of the day.
What exactly is this lack of appointment holding up for you and the office?
Well, to be honest, it's not holding up anything for me. But they are scared. That is why they don't want me to be the substantive leader of the opposition, because they are scared of me, because they know that I unite all races. They know I have support from all races in this country. So this is the problem, and they know that I will continue to hold them accountable every minute of it. This is the problem. So they don't want me to be the leader of the opposition.
What are some of the things you're doing as leader of the opposition without this particular office? Right?
I continue listening to the concerns of the people every single day. Persons from different communities would message me about issues as it relates to water, electricity. Our nurses can be paid 9 months. The AGM workers, we have about 200 locals working with the biggest mining company, gold mining company in Guyana. They're treating them like modern day slaves, second-class citizens. The people of this country, they see me not as a leader of the opposition, as the president of this country, because they know that we won these elections and they know that the PPP rigged these elections. And I will continue saying this every day, because the PPP rigged these elections. Let's see what the other reports from the Carter Center, the Commonwealth, and OAS. Let's see from these other foreign observer missions. So we're going to be out here calling on the speaker, stop being a slave for the people, and do the honorable thing. Do the honorable thing. We have a deputy speaker. Right now, the whole country is in a limbo. Up to now, the whole country is in a limbo.
While the speaker is on vacation. The president facetiously shared with the nation last evening to you reporters that the Speaker of the House, while the nation is still waiting for the election of the leader of the opposition, he is currently out of the country. He is overseas and traveling. How can you, as the Speaker of the House, knowing the unnerving of the people in this country, currently leave the country without the leader of the opposition? So we are here 25 days after the November 3rd, 2025. It has been 25 days. The country is without a leader of the opposition. We are calling on the Speaker of the House. We are demanding of him to uphold his constitutional duty, to uphold his oath of office, and to convene the meeting for the election of the leader of the opposition. The Speaker has sat as a Speaker in the House for many years. He understands his role is a clear, neutral role, a constitutional obligation, administrative role, to simply convene the meeting for the non-governmental parliamentary to elect the leader of the opposition, which he does not get. Uphold the constitutional obligation and convene the meeting so that Guyana can have a leader of the opposition.
Far too long this is happening, and taxpayers' dollars have been squandered within the staff. If Nadir is actually on vacation or someplace else, we still have all taxpayer dollars. We pay his salary and salaries for every single water department employees as well as health security. Completeness business is at standstill while we're waiting for them to come back with a soldier operation to allow us to be able to. Don't know that's a delay tactic for whatever reason, but we need the business of the people of Guyana needs to be gathered those days with the election of the leader of the opposition. Alex stands firm with that position.
Yesterday, the President mentioned that Mr. Mohamed entitled to due process. I want all of us here to hold him accountable for that. He said the Mohammeds are entitled to due process. I made a statement on Monday. It's not an outrageous or sensational statement. All I mentioned is that these matters would normally take years. That these matters would take about 5 years. Right now, in that same court, we have the elections petition matter that is going on for 5 years, and it's at the magistrate court. We still got the high court, we still have the appeal court, and the CCJ. So I want all of us to hold President Ali and his rigged government accountable that the Mohammeds are entitled to due process. Because all he is doing is lying to this nation every day. Up to now, we can't answer the question if the citizens are getting the cash grant for Christmas. He went like a clown. Oh, we're going to have a bright Christmas.
Nothing.
Right, like a comedian. And nothing as yet. Fool the nation for votes. But we're going to continue holding him accountable every single day. I'm not seeing Jack Dio for 3 weeks. I don't know what is going on with Mr. Jack Dio. I'm not seeing Jack Dio. Jack Dio, we need to hear from you, sir. We're not hearing from you, Jack Dio. Jack Dio, we want to know what is going on. What is going on? Answer us as it relates to the cash grant for the citizens. Thank you. Listen enough.
Please let's go to this one. Please let's go there.
Yes.
Okay. That's so to speak.
The buy all these wash Muslim man. The man shame. Did I get vexed and go to this man let you know?
President Squad.
Everybody this side. Everybody this side.
Might just give me my cousin. He said,
Oh, just now. Get time, the MP said if there's something that be sent down on
Everybody this side.
I know.
And how you doing? How you feeling?
How's the flight going? Good.
It's just now. I'm gonna go now. Drink the water.
This one. James, what are you
My brother may not feel good, but the fear comes to you, right? The country stand up and
I see you on TV, man. You good?
You are going in line with the plaque.
Good morning, Hannah. Good morning. Can you keep this in your pocket for me?
Call election now. You're trying to think hard. Call election
Good morning,
now.
Guyana. Good morning, everyone.
Election now.
Share the live. Everyone share the live. How are you? Thank you so much for coming to support. Good morning, everyone. So we are here again this morning on the 28th of November, 2025, which is now 25 days since the convening of Parliament for its 13th sitting. And 25 days since members of Parliament have been sworn in to serve in the National Assembly. Yet, Guyana is unfortunately still without an opposition leader.
You're bold, like you said, bold.
So we are here again this morning. The Win leader, Member of Parliament, AzruddinMohamed, along with most of his parliamentarians, his family and supporters in front of the Parliament building in Georgetown, Guyana, to call on the Speaker of the House, Mr. Mansour Nadir, who, as was shared with the nation last evening by installed President Irfan Ali, in a most facetious tone, that the Speaker is currently traveling and out of the country. Can you imagine that? We asked the Speaker of the House, how can you, at a time when the people are waiting for their opposition leader to be elected, at a time when the country is in a most unnerving state, leave the country to go on vacation. Mr. Nadir, having sat as the Speaker of the House for many years, knows that under the Representation of the People's Act, his role is a constitutional one. It is a clear, neutral, and administrative responsibility to convene the non-governmental parliamentarians for the election of the Leader of the Opposition. However, the Speaker has deliberately delayed convening this meeting, leaving the office of the Leader of the Opposition vacant 25 days after Parliament opened.
Embassy, I promise you.
So we have Member of Parliament, Tabitha Sarabo Haley. Member of Parliament, Tabitha Sarabo Haley.
As you know, we were here last week, and actually it's Wednesday. We're back here now because they recognize that for some reason, the Speaker, who was very aligned to the people, has decided to stall the calling of the meeting for the election of the opposition. The Constitution was clear. The Constitution says that once the members of the non-governmental part of the Parliament request a meeting, the Speaker has to call one. And for some reason, the Speaker has decided that he doesn't want to call the meeting. Now, we heard from the President yesterday that he is on vacation somewhere doing something. And I can't understand how that takes precedence of the importance of the election of the Leader of the Opposition and going on with the business of the country. I believe that at this stage the country has to recognize, I think we have all recognized, that the PP is stalling. For whatever reason they're afraid of this AzruddinMohamed. I'm not sure why they're afraid of him, because if they aren't, they would not have first of all stalled the actual first sitting of the National Assembly where he was sworn in. That took forever. They went to the last possible date to actually call that meeting, and now they're on the verge of waiting till they're waiting until I don't know when to actually call for this meeting so that we can actually have the Leader of the Opposition, the vote for the Leader of the Opposition. I believe that as a country, we have to recognize that this is something that we should not allow to continue. We need to stand up for this because the people will, as long as it's possible, stall this meeting from happening. And I want to call the President out on this because they won. They claim that they won. They claim that they won. They claim that they're governing the country and everything went well at the elections. And why are they afraid of win? Why are they afraid of what the Leader of the Opposition will do as the leader? And so I'm calling on the Speaker, I'm calling on the President, because as much as you say that he's Speaker and he's independent and there's the difference in the judiciary and the legislature, we're very well aware that he is taking orders from the President and maybe the Vice President as to when and what time he will actually call this meeting. So we're hoping that with further pressure, we're asking all Guyanese to come out and to stand with us so that we can continue on with the business of the people by first of all calling for this meeting so that we can actually elect the Leader of the Opposition. I also want to bring something else to your awareness. At the first, we recognized early o'clock that there was going to be an issue. And before the actual first sitting of the National Assembly, we sent a letter in to the clerk and the speaker requesting that meeting be called at the first sitting of the National Assembly. We got an acknowledgement, but we also recognized that was the Speaker of the 12th Parliament. And so on the day of the actual sitting of the National Assembly, once we were all sworn in as MPs, once we were all sworn in as MPs, we actually sent another letter to the Speaker at that point. That same sitting, what we did before the actual sitting started is we actually approached APNU. We went to them, Mr. Campbell especially, and we asked him if it is that they would also sign that letter to show that all the opposition members are ready to have that meeting on that day. At that particular time, he indicated that they were willing to give the Speaker the benefit of the doubt at the first sitting. But we recognized then that once that sitting happened, we wouldn't know when again another sitting will happen. And we wanted as urgent as possible to have that meeting that day. But the APNU at that sitting we decided not to sign that letter, and so the letter was only signed by the WIN MPs. We did not speak with the leader of the Guyana movement at that time, because once we got APNU, we figured we would be able to go and speak with her as well. And so based on the fact that APNU decided at that first sitting not to sign that letter, only WIN's MP's signature was on it. And so when we went to the Speaker, his response was he has notified all members of Parliament. And we said to him, all members of Parliament are here right now, you can notify them right now, and we can have the meeting right now. But he was very, it was obvious that he wasn't about to do it then, and we all know that, you know, there would be not another sitting anytime soon. And so we are out here, and we're hoping that we get a call from all like-minded Guyanese to call on the Speaker to actually convene this meeting so we can have the election for the leader of the opposition.
Thank you. Thank you, MP Tabitha Sarabo Haley. Can't hear when it's so far away.
The reason why they don't want to install him as the opposition leader, for good reasons for them. Because they're a dictatorship. They want to create a one-party state. Right now we're operating within a one-party state, because this is supposed to be a parliamentary democracy. The parliament is a representation of what is called a parliamentary democracy, a symbol of democracy. And the fact that they don't want to have the election, and they don't have to call Parliament to have an election. Let me explain to those viewers. We do not have to have a full Parliament to elect the opposition leader. What is required is the Speaker has to set a date and time, wherever it is in the Parliament, and say to the opposition, all the opposition people, members of Parliament, to say to them, look, nomination is open for the election of the opposition leader. Are there any nominations? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to nominate Mr. Azruddin as the opposition leader. You get a second, is there a second again? Are there other nominations? If there are no other nominations, then he is now the opposition leader. If there are other nominations, he puts it to a vote. It's a very simple procedure. It doesn't take more than 10 minutes for this to happen. It doesn't take more than 10 minutes, as I'm explaining. But you see, Nadir is no good as an individual. He's not a good Muslim. You know, Professor Mandani wrote a book called Good Muslims and Bad Muslims. I will send that to Nadir. I will buy it from Amazon and send it to Mr. Mansour Nadir as a failure. And he presents himself as a Muslim. He can't be a Muslim. The same thing with Irfan Ali. Irfan Ali cannot become a Muslim. He can't be a Muslim. He probably was born in a Muslim home, because you do not backbite your brothers. As Mr. Azruddin said in the court some time ago, he said, when you backbite your Muslim brother, you're eating his flesh. And this is exactly what Irfan Ali is doing. He is a dictator, just like that now. So we live under a dictatorship, and everybody must understand that. And I told the leader, our leader, who is supposed to be the president of this country, that we cannot wait on 2030 for them to call an election, because they're going to rig it 10 times more, and they get the support of the PNC, because the PNC is a failure. They have failed this country. They've lost the support of their people because they're traditional supporters, because they did nothing. You see what we are doing here? We are doing throughout the whole country, and we will continue to protest because we are the official voice of the people. And thousands and millions of people all over the world are going to support us. I spoke to the members of parliament in the United Kingdom, and they're willing to support this, what we are doing. And the reason for that, because Britain is a parliamentary democracy. And here we have a dictatorship. We had a dictatorship under Burnham. The difference between the Burnham dictatorship and these, but Burnham was doing things for the people. These are not doing things for the people. You know, when we went to Legwan, the man who is the uncle of the president, he occupied the reserve, and he sent his relative there to bulldoze that portion of the land there, which is a small piece of land, and damage all the flowers.
Wow.
And because we protested and the leader went there, and his presence alone caused them to have to backtrack and then make it appear as if they. So when we had a row with him yesterday, when I had a row with him, with the chairman of Region 3, Inshan Ayub, who is the uncle, the maternal uncle, you know, he objected for me calling, saying that he's the maternal uncle. I said, yes, I have to say that. You know why I say that?
But he is the uncle.
No, but he doesn't want to know. Because
let the public know.
Yes. Do you know why? Because I told him you're a disgrace. Because if that man was, if that man was my nephew, I would never behave like that. Just like how you are my nephew, I am here to defend you. Not only as a relative, but as a credible individual who I know growing up as a little boy, right? And what they're trying to do is to rub the dirt from them onto you, and they can't work. Because, listen, my old teacher said to me one day, he said, look, when somebody throws dirt on you, you can wash it off. All right, but when you mess up yourself, somebody got to wash you.
Yeah.
And that's what is happening to them. They are now messing up themselves. But Azruddin said yesterday that we caused them to actually do what they're doing. They are undoing what they did. They destroy the man there. We didn't disunite. Look, we have brought this movement to win party with the leader. Mr. Azruddin has brought to this country the level of unity that we have never seen for over how many years? 50 years. Since 1953. He has brought all the races together. All the African Guyanese, all the Amerindian Guyanese, and all the Indian Guyanese. And what is important is that it is they who are dividing the people. They are now dividing the Muslims and the Hindus. That's what they're doing.
Yes.
They're dividing the Muslims and the Hindus. And who are uniting them? Us.
Yes.
Well, you were there, but Azruddin was there, I was there. The chairman who chaired the meeting were Muslims. So we were the ones who are bringing people together.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. This is the regional councillor for Region 3, General Hammond. Thank you, sir.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm from the Nafis family, and I'm supporting our leader, Mr. AzruddinMohamed, and I'm all the way from Region 6 just to support him because I don't like what's going on. They treat him real bad, and I can say it and say it again. We need an opposition. Our country, Guyana, cannot rule without an opposition.
Right.
And he is our our leader, and I think he should be in there by now. I wanted to know one thing for all. Where is Mr. Mansour now there? We are calling on him. He's supposed to be here.
That's right.
At this time, he's supposed to be there. I left all the way from Barbados to come and support him because I need democracy. This is nonsense.
Yeah.
Big nonsense. In Region 6, we are going through hell there. And for once, I was a die-hard.